Hi everyone, so here's a solution to the Christmas coding part A. Children all around the world can log into www.santa.com and fill out a form to request a present. The information is stored in a file, globalgoodies.txt. Here is the code for the program handling this file. Translate this program into pseudocode. Okay, so here is a program. It's obviously a Python subroutine or a module. It could be a procedure. It could be a function. Are there any hints about this? Yes, there is a return statement. So if you see a return statement, we're dealing with something called a function. So this is a function. Okay, so let's get cracking with coding a pseudocode solution to this problem. Okay, so let's get started. We know it's a function, we know its name, and we know that there is a parameter here called username. Now, I'm going to assume that username is a string. Why do I think that? I think that because here we've got file string equals username concatenated with a colon. I'm not converting it from being an integer or something like that. I think it's a string. So that needs to be included in our pseudocode. We have to state the type of any parameter. So username is a string. And because it's a function, we also have to state the return data type. And we can see that it returns Boolean. So that's the start of our function. Now, just to make this absolutely clear, guys, when you open a function in pseudocode, you need to make sure at the very end that you close that function. Okay, so everything, all of our pseudocode is going to go in here. Okay. Now these are comments explaining some file types. So I'm just going to use the pseudocode declare statement to do this. So f is a file. Present and file string are type string. So we've declared some variables in pseudocode. That's that taken care of. Now we're going to open this file for append. So in pseudocode, that's pretty straightforward. Open file, globalgoodies.txt. That's the file that we're opening for the permission that we are working with, which is append. So we've opened a file. There's the file name for append. Now we're going to get some input. There is a bit of output here as well. Please type your present 20 characters max. So the way that I would do this in pseudocode is just use the output keyword. Please type your present 20 characters max. And then we input some data into the program and store it in the variable present. Then we've got a bit of data validation here because we want to make sure the user is only entering data that has a maximum length of 20 characters. So while I'm going to use the pseudocode length function. So while the length of that string, which is present, this thing here, is greater than 20, we're going to do something, while do. And what we're going to do is this stuff again. We're going to output a message. Sorry. Try to reduce the name of your present. And then we're going to input the present again and store it in the variable present. That's all of our while loop. So we need to tell the pseudocode that our while block of code has finished. So that's our end while. So there's a while block in pseudocode. Then I'm going to concatenate together some information and assign it to this variable file string. So file string is assigned, we use this left arrow for assignment. Username, well, we've got username, that's fine. Concatenated, we use the ampersand symbol for concatenation in pseudocode with a colon, concatenated with the variable present. And that's the thing that we're going to write to our file. We've opened the file, we've done that, we've done a little bit of processing, now we're going to write something to the file. Write file. We're going to write this thing. Well, first of all, which file are we writing to? We're writing to globalgoodies.txt. So in pseudocode, we always have to state which file we're working with. And the thing that we're writing is this string here. So that's what that pseudocode does. It writes this thing, this string, into this file. Whoops. And the next thing we do is close the file. So we're going to use the pseudocode close file. Which file are we closing? Well, we're going to close globalgoodies.txt. And we're going to return true. And that's it. Nothing else required. But if you haven't already done so, don't forget to end function. That's very important if you're studying Cambridge A-level computer science. That is a solution to Christmas coding part A.